Hey guys, what is up? It is your friendly neighbor who's here back again with another Isaac hardcore run. Starting with Isaac this time. We gotta beat Mom's heart. That is the seed. Let's go to the right. That's a Lust. Lust, no! This is actually the best layout to fight Lust for sure. So I just want to once again, in case you didn't watch the... Oh, by the way, Virus is a speed down on the topic of last video. If you didn't watch last video though, I want to wish you all a happy Mother's Day. Whether you're a mother, or you love your mother, or maybe you're just some sort of a filthy motherfucker. All the above are welcome on Mother's Day. That was a bit too fucking weird. I don't like this room. This is not a cool room that I would like to be in for more than 30 seconds, but I guess that's... I don't really have a choice about that. So, we are gonna get a good one. That's not a good one. I'll take it because it is literally an item. And we don't have an item. D10's awful, actually. It almost never matters at all. The best case scenario for D10, or Dio, is... like, womb? And, no, like, Sheol? Sheol's like the best area to use D10. It's awful, alright? You don't want to be turning dingleberries into fucking oobs, you know? That's not a thing you want. But it happens if you use the D10. D10? Did I have a stroke? I might have. Oh, so there was something that I was meaning to say in like the past 5 videos, but always forgot. So, and I've remembered it now. I just want to tell you, if you're offended by things that I say or do in the video, nobody's making you stick around, you know? I'm not saying that I don't, you know, I wouldn't be upset or whatever. I'm trying to say there's an X button in the top right of your browser. Or top left, I guess, on Mac, right? That's where it is, I think. And that's that, you know? I have reached a point in my life where I've stopped giving a shit whether or not I offend people, because people will get offended at literally every singular thing that can happen or be said. So I don't give a shit anymore. So if that bothers you, then fuck off. Like, if there's, like, a thing, right, that legitimately bothers you, bring it up. But in most situations, I think things people get offended about are fucking ridiculous, and I don't care. So, you know. If you're the type to get offended, this is probably not the channel for you. And I am... I mean, I was gonna say I'm sad to see you go, but if you're the type to get offended, I'm probably not too sad to see you go. So, you know. Fucking whatever. I don't give a shit. If I spend my whole time, oh yeah. If I spend my whole time during a video or during videos just censoring myself to make sure I don't fucking offend somebody, then I'm never gonna say anything in a video, so I'm fucking done with it. Video will just be fucking cold silence. But even that's offensive to some people, so literally there's nothing I can do. Right? There's no winning, so that's fine. I'll just deal with it. That's so weird. That's the second time in a few days, I guess, that I've had an iron chest drop out of a tinted rock. And I've never had that before. It's so weird. I mean, on that topic of people getting offended at literally anything and everything, there was, it was probably like a year ago by now, but it circled around the internet for a while, and has recircled and blah blah blah. Basically, it was a picture, which is incredibly hilarious, a satire picture of empty space, and it literally was just, you know, the comics are all just like white background, black stick figures, satire sort of thing, and the thing that was so good about this one in particular, well, baggy, sure. Sure. You know what? I don't have any damage. I'll take a ghost baby. The picture was literally just a blank box, right? It was the white comic strip, and it was a box, and outside of the box it had words. Yeah, I fucking hate this room. It's bullshit. It had words, and the words said, what was it? Oh god. It's basically along the lines of the only way to, have people not get offended at your comics. Or the only non-offensive comic in existence, or something along those lines. And then, there's a screenshot going around where Tumblr's getting upset about it. Why'd it have to be white? Ugh. So upsetting that or so problematic that he fucking claims that the only thing to say is nothing at all. Ugh. We don't get offended at everything. Do you not? What's this? I don't know. It's super funny. I love it. First time I saw it, it was just like one of the funniest things ever to me. People getting offended over literally nothing. Blank space. I mean, obviously people got more offended by the text than the blank space, but, it's still in spirit. That's the gist, is that they got offended by blank space. And this is where if I edited videos, I would probably drop in a picture of it so you could see it and laugh at it or something. But it's not feasible for me to, if I'm uploading daily videos of Isaac or whatever, it's just not feasible to like edit. Not to mention, like, what would I even edit? It's just each episode is one run. The only editing that would happen is basically stuff like that. So, and it's really not feasible to do that to every episode, every single video, since I'm exactly one person. And being a singular person makes it pretty tough to, record and edit and whatever. And the worst part about it is actually not even the editing, it's the rendering. Because I don't have a great computer when it comes to rendering. Like, it'll render. I really am so upset about how this guy's operating right now. This fucking one that I had down to one hit. It just wasn't fucking showing until I'd shot at the other one already. Yeah, it's the rendering that's the issue, not really the editing. I do enjoy editing. It's actually super relaxing. When I was in high school, by far my favorite class was TV, which was more or less, I mean, it was TV. Like, you kind of learned how shit worked on TV, like how they, did all the shit. Sure. For TV and shit. Is Mom's Contact the Tears Up? I don't remember if it's Mom's Contact or Mom's Eye. I think it's Mom's Contact. It's a Tears Up after I flagged something else. But yeah, so basically the class was basically, it taught you how TV worked, how people, like, made TV programs, how they operated, like, the behind the scenes and all that shit. But a lot of the stuff that we did was more just on the production of, like, video content, right? Which the argument was like, whatever, fuck it. The reasoning for that was basically, it's like, well, this is what TV shows are like. Sure. And one of my favorite things about that class was just the editing. The fact that I got to, like, just sit down and just, like, edit, for, like, an hour. Because that's how long the periods were, I think. Is it about an hour? 50 minutes? I don't remember how long the periods were. It's been years. Years, I tell you. I don't generally fuck up the diagonal walking, but I'm not gonna risk it anyway, because I'm a little fidgety right now, and I don't trust myself. And also, the only protection I have for a deal with the devil is this one spirit heart right now. And if I fuck it up, then that protection's just gone. So, definitely want to be a little bit more careful. All right, gotta corral these guys, get them all lined up and shit, so I don't have to deal with them on all sides. Still having to deal with them on all sides, it seems. All right, here we go. Got them in a line, more or less. It's not the best line. It is a line, though. Although Fear Shot does fuck with that, so maybe Fear Shot's not great for this situation. But it seems like we got the job done. Blah, 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 blah. Oh god, yes, Holy Mantle is so good here. because we already, like, we get to just go into this curse room, like, right away. That's so good. So good. Bah, bah, so good. Bah, bah. And we get to do that without even having to try. Look at that. I just did that because I fucking can. Jealous? Oh, that's perfect. No spirit hearts. Guppy's Paw, though. Ooh. I'm going to carry this with me, and I'm going to use it in situations where it will, you know, maintain my spirit hearts. Basically, if I lose this spirit heart, I will use Guppy's Paw once. And then if I lose all those, then I'm fucked, but I'll use it again, I guess, if I have to. I don't want to go in there with 5 keys. Not really, at least. I have 1 new item in my inventory. Let me show up. You can barely see it in the bottom right. Don't worry, it'll go away in a second. And the reason you can barely see it is because I record in windowed mode, because full screen is awful for Isaac. It has so many problems. Not to mention, recording it is impossible. It literally doesn't exist. For some god, like, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say about it. It just doesn't exist. So, most games, you can game capture, right? Isaac isn't an oddity for that. You know what? I'm definitely doing this. No questions asked. Isaac's like... It's not weird that Isaac doesn't game capture well. There's a lot of games that don't game capture well. But it's annoying. You know, Isaac just doesn't have a game capture. But then when you're in full screen, if you, with OBS at least, if you record desktop, Isaac doesn't show up when it's on full screen. And then if you record window capture, it doesn't show up because it's full screen. It's not like a window. And then you can't game capture. So you literally cannot just capture full screen Isaac. At least I can't. I don't know if somebody's found a workaround or something. I'm sure there is a workaround with like monitor capture and capture layered windows or something. That was the workaround I had to figure out for Magic the Gathering Online, because that is a program that is very similar to Isaac in terms of it not being a real program, and instead it's just like a thing. Although Moto is a bit more infamous about it. If you don't know about Moto, Moto bugs, it's some good stuff. There's so many goddamn bugs in that fucking client. The good news is their reimbursement, right? If you lose, because you kind of play with real money, right? So like if you lose due to a bug, you can file for reimbursement, and the reimbursement's basically just all automatic, and it'll just give you your fucking shit back, like your entry fee, for example. If it was like a daily event or whatever, it'll give you your entry fee back, and it'll happen, and it's fine, and it's all automatic and shit. Yeah, I'll take Head of Krampus. But you have to watch out, because if you do it too much, then they will flag your account, and you'll be banned for some time frame, or permanently if it's not the first time that it's happened. You know, fuck this room. So yeah, reimbursement's automatic, and it's great. So they understand their program is bugged to shit, but it's hard to fix because you have, 7,000 variables. Not to mention you have to have a strict like rule enforcement, which the thing about rules in Magic is that like they're fucking complicated. I mean, the most complicated part about the rules in Magic is actually just what do you do when you determine that somebody broke the rules, right? That's the most complicated part about rules enforcement, but certain interactions are actually super fucking complex. And like the fact that, you have this program played by thousands of people that has so many variables involved and has to have a strict rule system, it's a mess. And not only does it have to have like a strict rule system, the funniest part about it is there are certain things that in the game would cause a tie. Very, very like oddball things that you'd never expect, right? That would like cause the game to end in a tie. The way Magic Online has it happen is that it does eventually end in a tie. Eventually. If you've played Magic, you should look up, I think it's LSV Breaks Moto is probably the best way you'll find it. Basically, there's cards that have non-optional triggers, and you can set them up in. You can basically get specific things to happen, so those non-optional triggers will trigger forever. In paper Magic, that's not a problem. You just go, okay, draw. You know, neither player can stop this, and it would go on forever, right? So, draw. On Magic Online, it's like, do it, 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 and then you get to a point where, you know, because in programs, you have to, like, set, like, a maximum or whatever. You can't. Literally, you just couldn't make it go forever, or whatever. And in order to, like, detect an actual infinite loop is also even more complex when it comes to programming. Specifically that kind of, like, infinite loop, I suppose. And so Magic Online said, like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, and then both players yield priority, which allows the triggers to just, like, keep going, right? So neither player can respond to it, or whatever, you know. And then, it's just like, do it, 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 and then it crashes. The client crashes. I'm happy with this, by the way. The client just straight crashes, and then it's like, okay. And then it restarts, and when it restarts, it puts you back into that game. Well, this was the old client. I guess the new client might have a better way of doing it, but it put you back into the game that you just played. It replays it rather than, you know, you're in control or whatever. It literally just replays it, and then after it replays the game up to the point where it crashes again, and then you go back in, and then it ends up actually being a draw in the game, in the client, which is cool. It does eventually get there, just it's finicky. But it's pretty silly stuff. Nice. You dry baby? You're a nice guy. So this, so we can go in here for Frizzle. Yeah, programming is fucking weird though. Oh, and you can also make the Magic Online client crash with a newer card. This card, Enduring Scale Lord. He puts a counter on himself. Well, you may put a counter on him. Fuck. When another one of your creatures that you control gets a counter, right? You may put a counter on him. And so, in Magic Online, there's basically ways that you can save time where you'll set like auto yields and auto yes. So like if it's a May ability, it'll give you a dialogue option for yes or no, but you can set it so you can right click and say always yes, right? So every time it gets to that point, it'll just always say yes, and then you can always yield it. And if you do that, both of those things, and you have two Enduring Scale Lords on the table, and you do both to, you know, both of their triggers, then the client will just crash because they'll keep going indefinitely. Because they'll trigger off of each other and keep getting counters, and it'll just continue. And if you auto yield, auto yes, there's literally no stopping it, and it'll just keep going until your client crashes and it brings it back in. It'll remove all your auto yields, and then you can play from wherever it crashed. It's silly shit. I think it crashes, somebody posted a screenshot to Reddit. I think it crashes around like 300 counters. Roundabouts there. Which is reasonable. 300's not bad. It's not quite infinity. There is ways around it though, so you can still do that combo and it works without crashing the game. You just have to like not always yes to one of the triggers, and then it works just fine. And then you just manually hit it until they're both as big as you fucking want them to be. Magic is a fucking cool game. Seriously, if you haven't played Magic ever, I would recommend it. You don't have to be like a great player to enjoy Magic. You don't even have to be like a competitive player to enjoy Magic. Magic's just magic. It's sweet. It does cost money though. So maybe if you're just getting into Magic now, and you're not the most wealthy, you could say, probably not the best idea to get in Magic. Budget's not your best bet. You can still get a lot, like, you can get by on budget. You just can't really, like, compete with the top dogs on budget. And that's the thing a lot of people kind of get annoyed about with Magic. It's like, ooh, it's pay to win. Nah, I mean, I'm not gonna disagree that you pay to do something. It's pay to enter, right? It's pay to compete. Well, it's basically like you spend money, right, to get cards that are good enough that you can actually compete with the other people who spent their money on cards that they can compete with. But you don't actually just win by spending more money. Like, the best decks, even the best decks, like Jund Fairies, Caw-Blade, if you don't play Magic, these mean nothing to you, but they were, you know, they were the best decks of their time. Even those decks probably still only had, like, an overall, like, 60 to 65% win rate, I'd say, in that realm. Caw-Blade was definitely the least oppressive. It's just that everybody played it because it was too good. Although, in fairness, it was the one out of those three that caused a banning to happen, which, in Standard, which hadn't happened since Mirrodin? Was that before then? Is that the time? In Mirrodin, it was Skull Clamp, which is not a fair card. So I don't know. Even the objective best deck still doesn't. It's not like oppressive to a point that you just can't play unless you play the best deck. You know. There's still a chance to win with all of it. So, whatever. I'm just gonna pop that. Fuck it. I don't care. I don't know. I didn't play during Jund and Fairies, so maybe I'm probably actually wrong about that. Jund and Fairies being more oppressive than Caw-Blade. I just played during Caw-Blade and it didn't feel that oppressive, but it did cause a banning. So. But Caw-Blade, the reason it was so broken is because it played fucking Jace the Wallet Sculptor, the Wallet Scalper. If you don't play Magic, you might have heard of Jace. I feel like a good number of people who don't play Magic have actually heard of Jace for sure. Because Jace is pretty infamous. I mean, most people who haven't played Magic have heard of Black Lotus. That's like a reasonable thing. But I feel like a good chunk have definitely heard of Jace. Because Jace, the man. That Tears Down actually hurt pretty bad. I'm very upset about it, actually. I'm broken up. But Jace is like, I don't know, Jace is a weird card. He's, I don't know. He's not broken. He's pretty fair. He's like one of the most exceedingly fair cards that exists in the game. Like, he's so fair because he's, like, kind of unfair. I don't know. It's really hard to describe. Jace isn't unfair. He's just really fucking good because of what he does. The thing is, in order to be unfair, Jace would have to be, like, 3 mana instead of 4. Like, that would be an unfair Jace. Jace is pretty fair at 4, but he's so goddamn good. I don't know. Magic is a cool game. Ooh, keys. Yeah, I want to fucking get in there. See you later. Okay, so this is what the floor looks like. Pop that bad boy open. That's pretty good. We don't quite have the moolah. Not quite. Almost. Almost. I could maybe get the moolah in this secret room, please, one time. One time-oo. Well, you're not it. Wait, it could still be it. Wait! Damn it. Kill all the rocks. Maybe there's a coin in one. I really want the battery. Battery's so good. I'm gonna blow you up. I'm not gonna touch my donation machine. Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna touch my donation machine. I'm sorry! I said I wouldn't do this. I did it anyway. We have Humbling Bundle. It's not like we're losing much. I'm sorry. I know. I mean, I could sit there and bomb it a bunch and donate a bunch. Let's do that, actually. Let's get some of that money back in there. So in case you don't know how this interaction works, I blow this up. Watch how many coins go out. 5. And we got 8. It always will drop a number of, like, right, these things, pickups, equal to 1 less than the amount of coins that it deducts from the total. So fortunately, even in the worst case scenario where it deducts 3 and gives you 2, you're still getting 4 coins out of it. The only issue is, yeah, like that. The only issue is that you're kind of, you know, if it breaks at some point, then, you know, you might have lost some amount of coins. So, it's kind of a push and pull sort of thing. I think it's fine, though. Look at that. We just borrowed. Oh, fuck. Shit. Well, that's fine. Kind of want to buy that battery, but I don't care. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Easy. Easy. Look at that. Look at how easy that was. That was a tinted rock, wasn't it? In the bottom left. Yeah, whatever. Bug it. I saw it as I was descending. It's too late now. Whatever. That tinted rock is lost in time. It might not have even been a tinted rock. I just thought I saw one. Maybe that was just me being like, "Ooh, you're shit, you missed a tinted rock." To myself, because that's my pep talk to myself on a daily basis. Is you shit. God, I shoot so slow and deal so little damage. I don't think I'm going to Sheol on this run, boys. Maybe I am, because we can bomb through Sheol. We don't have to fight. We have so many bombs. And if we have double Krampus's head, that actually seems not awful. Wait, we have Stompy. I think red poop doesn't actually affect us when we have Stompy. I'll check because it's free to check with the Holy Mantle. I just totally walked into a bullet. Fortunately, it didn't actually hit me. It stopped like a millimeter before touching me. Ooh, I was gonna say, we should be able to find a... Welp! We did find a thing. Sorta. Alright. Yeah, Stomping makes us immune to red poop. Sweet. As long as we don't have flying. If we have flying as well, then it's, it removes that. Which I don't get, but whatever. You still crush the red poop when you fly over it. It's just that you aren't immune to the damage. So it sucks. Blit. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have fought here. Maybe I actually don't deal enough damage to fight like anything ever. Can you stop jumping, Loki? Thanks, bud. How did they not kill it? How did they not kill it? Oh my god. Do these ones have more health than the official ones? I guess they have to. Because they're dying in like an extra 2 shots. Like, Ghost Baby shot included, too, is the thing. Like, my first inclination was to think that it was because Ghost Baby wasn't hitting him, but it definitely is. Yeah, they definitely are dying in 1 more shot than the previous ones. Previous ones were basically, like, 3 shots and 1 Ghost Baby hit. These guys are 4 shots and 1 or 2 Ghost Baby hits, it seems. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's weird. Maybe I'm just bad at counting. I feel like I'm not, though. I feel like that's definitely a thing that I was talking about there. I feel like it couldn't have just been me being bad at counting. I'm good at counting, I promise. Mom, I can count to 10, watch me. 1, 2, 7, fuck! Oh god, that, for some reason, that just gave me some wicked nostalgia for fucking... what was it? Like a childhood game that we played when it was dark outside. It was like a hide-and-seek sort of variant. We'd fucking... Like, you try to find the guy... There's one dude who's hiding, right? You try to find him. You, like, start on the porch. You gotta find the dude. Yeah, everybody has to get off the porch and look for the dude. At the very least, you have to be off the porch. And then, if he's found... Or if he so chooses, he can fucking do his thing and chase you down, and then it's like a game of tag almost, so you don't want to be tagged. And then if he gets somebody, if I'm not mistaken, the person who got is the new dude. It was a fun game. And then we played fucking zombie tag, obviously, where it's basically just tag, except... Alright, that actually hurt me, so maybe Stompy's weird. Oh no, it's because I came from the top and the hitbox is fucked at the top. I think it's because of the way that it layers you destroying it with Stompy and the damage you're taking. It seemed like it worked from the side, but it definitely didn't work from the top. Interesting. Those hitboxes are fucky. Yeah, zombie tag was sweet. Zombie tag was, in case you're unaware, zombie tag was basically tag, except if you got tagged, then you joined the zombie forces, and you kept going until the last person was alive, and then they were the first zombie in the next round. God, there was no angle, and that was really awkward. Man, I miss being a fucking kid and being stupid and thinking I was immortal and playing tag and shit. Those were the days. I don't really miss that, I don't think. I mean, like, I kind of do. I have nostalgia for it, right? Which is why I say that I think I miss it. But, eh. Okay, it definitely just hit me from the side. I don't know what the fuck that is. I think it's buggy. That's the only thing I've concluded, is that it's buggy. Like, don't get me wrong. Everybody loves being a kid. Everybody kind of misses being a kid at some point in their life. But I don't think we would go back to being kids given the opportunity. That's the way I see it, at least. I might be in the minority, but... Why am I in a butt? Right. I just want to find the exit. Come on, dude. Where is the exit? I don't know what the fuck I just did to my fucking voice and everything. I'm tired. I want to fucking finish this goddamn run. I don't want to deal with you anymore, Larry. I do not. I'm sick of your phone calls. I'm sick of you being an asshole. Larry, you're a real asshole. Hey, we're going right. Fuck! I chose every wrong direction. This is so unusual for me. I normally pick the right direction at some point before I visit the whole floor, unless I'm obviously trying to visit the whole floor. But I'm not right now. Tell you that. Oh, alright. Sure. Don't have a trinket. Alright, you know what? I'm not gonna actually do the second one. Look at that. Look at the health going down. Did you see that? I don't get Death's health bar. It actually doesn't make sense at all. Nothing was making it decrease at all. It literally was just going down. Do I take it all? Yeah, sure. I deal no damage, so I might as well take Sister Maggie. Loaded Pit's fine as well. Alright. God, fucking Death is weird. Sure, I'll check this shit out now. Money, 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 money. Money. Dink, 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 ba-dink, dink, donk-a-donk. Sure, I'll take the treasure map. That's actually awesome. We know exactly where it is, because if it were anywhere else, that would be weird. Alright. Crybaby, I'm gonna need you to catch a bullet in the head and fucking proc at some point, bud. That is a proc, by the way. I'm using proc correctly in that situation. Because it's what is it, programmed random chance or something like that? Sure, that's what proc stands for. I think that is actually what it stands for. Programmed random chance. Something like that. Good for me. That's pretty good. More incidental, not taking damage stuff. I'll take it. Apparently I'm a survivor, though. That's the only thing I've gathered from this run, is that I'm a survivor. Sure, that's a lot better than a thing that's only technically better than nothing. These rooms are nightmarish sometimes, and this is a situation where that is the case, seemingly. God, he's such a sack of shit. Thank you. Jesus. Okay. Unfortunately, Sister Maggie being the third in the chain is tough to aim, but found the exit. As anticipated, it is in the farthest possible corner away from the beginning of the floor, which is... Oh, they were stacked. There were actually 2 lumps there. Did you see that? That was cool. I mean, it was a nightmare, but it was cool, nonetheless. Speaking of nightmares, that's actually something I've been meaning to talk about for like a long time on this channel. So I'm one of maybe like, I don't know, 7 people on Earth who... do I keep going? Sure. We have the sun. I do need to finish some rooms though. I'm like one of the 7 people on Earth who like doesn't even have dreams anymore. Oh nice, Mama's boy. Like every one of my dreams is some variety of a nightmare. Like an actual one, not like a, oh, it's a nightmare. Like literally a thing that will make me wake up in the middle of the night, like coated in sweat or feeling like shit. Like that is my every night. Okay, I don't like you. I don't like you boos. I think they're boos, right? One is an oob and then I think the other's boo. All right, we popped the sun, so we know where we're going. Yeah, it's like, ugh. I think when most people talk about nightmares, it's like, ooh, I had a dream I fell off a cliff. Fucking my nightmares are like horror movie plot lines, right? Or like loved ones dying and shit like that. And it's not cool. And that's like my every night. It's awful. I hate it. But I've pretty much just chalked it up to my insomnia, because I also have like some of the worst insomnia ever. I'll be so physically tired that my body like wants to sleep, but physically can't. Just can't do it. I'll lay in bed for the whole night, right? The whole night, not just like a few hours. Literally, I've done it before, like when I was in college for a year. I literally had insomnia. Like there was one night it was so bad that I was awake the whole night. I literally laid in bed, I literally laid in bed for 8 hours. Didn't even have my phone out at that point because I was like, I need to get some rest. I think it was because there was like a final the next day. I don't quite remember why I needed to sleep, but I needed to rest. So I intentionally didn't have my phone anywhere nearby. I had it all the way across the room as an alarm clock, so I had to actually get up. In case, something like what did happen ended up happening, so I would actually be awake in time. I stayed awake. I just laid there, nothing to do, just staring at a fucking ceiling or the inside of my eyelids for 8 hours straight. Couldn't sleep. Just went to class the next day. Fucking felt like I was dead. And then I passed out later that night, which was nice. The passing out was great. I liked the passing out part. And in fact, the one time that I was awake for... Fuck. I was kind of hoping to get fucking Dark Boy too. The one time that I was awake for 72 hours straight was actually caused by insomnia. The first 2 days. The third one I was just like, let's have some fun. I've heard you start hallucinating after 72 hours. Let's keep going. And so I did. Wasn't a great decision. But it was began by insomnia, so it counts for something, right? Okay, good. I got eyes on you. I don't know. I've pretty much chalked up my nightmares to just it being like insomnia related, or vice versa. I don't know. It's not great though, I'll tell you that. That much I can definitely just 100% just clear the air. Yeah, the worst thing about the nightmares though is that like, it's not even something that should be scary, like half the time maybe. It's stuff that just like is weird, weirds me out, and then I wake up and like, just I have the feeling, right? It's not like a memory that scares me. It's the feeling of something, right? I just get like a horrible, horrible like chill and all that shit. It's awful. Nightmares are weird though. I think I did tell the thing about when I tried to do the lucid dreaming thing, where well, it wasn't really a lucid dreaming thing. It was just like, I want to see if I'm dreaming, and then I checked my watch and fucking it was a time that literally doesn't make sense, and I was like, that's a time, and then I look at it a few seconds later and it's the same time again, and I'm like, that's a time. I must not be dreaming. But it was, hindsight is like very clearly not a real time, and that's fucking ridiculous that I thought it was, but yeah. Anyway. We're almost to the end. Pretty fly. What are you? Tears up. Woo! Woo! We got there. I don't like this room. I do not like this room. Who hit me? Who was there? I wasn't even there. Alright, well, we'll wait for AAA battery. That's okay though. Alright, we get to pretty much do the more or less same strat. So we're gonna punch him down to the second phase. And then I'm gonna Krampus his head. And then I'm gonna Krampus his head. Mom's contact doing work. And then we're gonna shoot him, and I'm gonna stick a bomb in there and got him down. Nice and easy. Oof, oof. Look at that bomb placement. I'm a professional. I'm a professional feet destroyer. What are you doing, feet? Just mixing up your intervals to be an asshole. I wasn't even there. That's like the time that quote makes the most sense. I wasn't even there. Alright, cool. Easy enough Satan fight. I am happy with that weekend. Woo! Woo! Oh, that felt rewarding. Actually getting through kind of 3 full weekends. I mean, it was 2 full weekends and then some. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, please be sure to leave a like. It does help me out a great deal. And then subscribe if you haven't already. See more Isaac in the future. We're back to breaking runs on Monday, so keep on the lookout for that. And once again, happy Mother's Day to everybody who hasn't yet celebrated it, or anybody. Happy Mother's Day. It's a great holiday. I mean, it's like an alright holiday. It's like fine, I guess. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, like I'd fuck it. I'd fuck the holiday.